I don't know if this is a rant or whatever you want to call it, but I have to say I'm over the conversation surrounding AEW. Now, Eric Bischoff, I have to agree with Tony Khan. I don't care. He don't care. Don't nobody give a fuck. You spend your days on your podcast running down AEW to the bowels of AEW, and Tony Khan does not give a fuck what you got to say. You even showed up on AEW TV way many eons ago, I guess. And it was all good until it wasn't. And now you, of all people, want to be the booker and you know how things go and you did this and that and this is what's happening. We saw the documentary. We saw what went on in WCW. Okay? Yes, you beat WWE for 83 weeks, but baby, you lost in the end. And then we don't even talk about you and Hulk Hogan and TNA, child. You're not as innovative and exciting as you think you are. And I'm tired of hearing it, okay? Everyone is giving Tony Khan hell. And I don't give a fuck because I don't watch AEW. When I turn it on, I get some of the best sleep money can buy, okay? If you want to get good sleep, put on an AEW program. AEW was down here in Columbus. They had booked the Schottenstein Center on OSU campus. Child, ain't nobody bought them tickets, so they ended up down to the Comic Con, Columbus's Ohio version of Comic Con. I forgot what it's called, Galax Con. And they had a small room where they put on Collision. And I guarantee you, didn't nobody give a fuck then, but a select group of people who don't wipe their ass, okay? Because we already saw the chairs. You leave the dookie on the chair. That's how excited you're getting. It's already been known that AEW is a place to go, get the bag, fuck around, and leave. Everybody that goes there don't push the needle. They don't elevate nobody. The show don't get elevated. Nothing happens. They go to make 6, 7, 8, 9-figure salaries and do the same shit that they did in WWE. How many times does this have to be repeated? And the company has no hope. It's going to be over. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Don't nobody give a fuck. Especially the people that's throwing money at this fucking wrestling. He has his $1 million deal with HBO Max. The deal is done. Let's come back 5 years after the deal's over and see what happens. They're willing to gamble. I never heard anybody cut the damn contract in the middle of the deal. So what does it matter? Then you have the guy's delusional as fuck. He's like, we did so much in 5 years. Like I said, we set the world record for wrestling tickets. We're just going into this new media rights deal, and it's historic, and it hasn't even kicked in yet. The guy, and you steady going on and on and on. I have to give it to Tony. That's how you want to live life. When the man's already a billionaire, so he got money to spend. But if you're gonna be delusional, that's how you want to live life. To be so damn delusional and keep on trudging along, losing and bleeding money left and right. It's absolutely fantastic and fantastical. I love it. And to be completely honest, what Tony Khan is doing is not too much different than what WWE is doing. They're going to streaming services where ratings don't fucking matter. It's what the people are paying for. Now you got HBO Max for AEW and you got Netflix for WWE. This whole the demographic, don't none of that shit matter when it comes to streaming. So what will we be complaining about then, Eric Bischoff? So it's gonna come a point, guys, who are like slamming AEW, that you either gonna watch it and shut up, or you're gonna watch it and continue to complain. Again, traditional ratings hold less weight on streaming platforms compared to traditional television, because streaming services prioritize subscriber retention and overall content library appeal over individual show ratings, meaning a show with a lower rating might still be considered successful if it drives subscription and engagement within the platform's ecosystem. AEW is doing nothing different than WWE. What you all are complaining about is storylines and engaging, stories. Tony Khan don't give a fuck. Okay, you said he done turned into Vince McMahon, so treat him the way you treat Vince McMahon. Don't watch the show. That's the only way these people understand some shit, is when you hit them in the pockets. When HBO sees that no one is getting HBO to pay $10 to watch AEW. Just like when Raw hits Netflix and Netflix get cute and want to raise the motherfucking rates, I won't be paying for Netflix. I will leave. The same thing goes with Max. I got Max on a Black Friday deal for $2.99. The moment that deal ends, I'm canceling it. And the funny thing is, I have yet to go over to the AEW tab on Max to watch it. No one is going to watch it on Max. Cinemax is for old people. That's the crazy part. So what am I saying? Because I don't want to be sounding like Eric Bischoff either. I would like him to shut the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. I want everybody to shut the fuck up about AEW. And honestly, sometimes it's just as simple as, if you don't like it, don't watch it. To be honest with you. Listen, Tony Khan don't give a fuck about what none of y'all talking about. Y'all running him down to the ground. He is not interested in none of that shit, okay? So let's just hop off of him, Eric Bischoff, and go on. You're like a big fucking bully, and it's ridiculous now. It's not cute. You look mad, old, and crazy. Back up. Now, what you can do, Eric Bischoff, is sit back and watch both Netflix and Max. Because what these guys are doing is they're using our beloved pro wrestling as an entryway, as a gateway to live sports. And if the live sports work out through the pro wrestling community, they will drop pro wrestling like a bad fucking habit and move into other sports that are actual sports. Then you could say, well, AEW, goodbye, back to TBS or whatever the fuck you back to. Well, Netflix is done with you, WWE, back to Peacock or wherever else you back to. That's how you see what the future is going to hold. But NXT being around is good for WWE, and that is why we're getting at least some semblance of good wrestling. So shut the fuck up, Eric. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments.